Welcome to Finally Fettled, the podcast where cannabis meets conversation and maybe a little chaos.
We're your hosts,
Jackie
and Tori, here to keep it real about our cannabis journeys, share some laughs, and potentially even drop a little knowledge along the way.
We're all about making cannabis fun, approachable, and a bit less intimidating, whether you're a seasoned smoker or just canna curious.
So sit back, spark up, and let's explore the highs, the lows, and everything in between.
Responsibly, of course. Let's get this sesh started.
Do not use cannabis if you're under the age of 21. Keep cannabis out of the reach of children. Please consume responsibly.
Hey guys, welcome back to Finally Fettled.
Hi.
Today we are here with one of my favorite people in the Massachusetts market ever, Perpetual Pete. He is the director of sales with Perpetual, and we are super excited to chat with him today. What is up, Pete?
Hi.
What's going on, guys? Thanks for having me down.
Yeah, we want to get some insider scoop of things at Perpetual and just know about like your life and how you got into the industry and things like that. But before we get into it, let's talk about what we consumed before we sat down to record this morning. And since you brought it, you can tell us about it, Pete.
All right. Well, we had a little bit of Perpetual, but a lot of bit of Maine this morning. Some Fuiji Sunset from Unicorn Tears. So really nice sativa to start off the day.
I liked it.
Yeah. We are
sufficiently fettled.
Yeah, we are peppy this morning. Okay. And we also have two questions that we like to ask every guest we have on our show. So, Tori, take it away.
First off, what is your favorite thing from Trader Joe's?
Pickles.
Okay.
What?
All
really?
Right. All right.
Is there something different about their pickles, or they're just... Okay.
It's usually at... The only Trader Joe's I really go to is across from Nican.
Okay.
And I'm usually craving something and dehydrated, and I go get pickles, and that's...
Okay.
I don't live near one, unfortunately. Mm-hmm. I've heard many good things.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, we got to go while you're in town.
Yeah. Might have to take a trip there.
All right. I have had the pickles from Trader Joe's. And they are...
Are you like a dill guy,
good.
or do you like the sweet pickle? Like, what do you like? Half sours?
Half sours, but I like the spices.
Yes, I was going to say that.
Are they actually really spicy?
And they have
or like
the flakes floating around in the juice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Guys, there was a pickle fest last summer. Did you go?
I did not, but I did hear about it.
Festival.
A whole festival about pickles.
Did you go?
Yeah, I went. And there was everything. There was pickle ice cream, pickle fried dough, pickle pizza, pickle tacos.
Did you try the pickle ice cream?
I did.
How was that?
It was very heavy on the pickle.
Was it sweet?
No, it was like pickle juice, but in ice cream format.
See, like
Chris,
which was kind
it?
of good.
I haven't had pickle juice ice cream, but I will say in terms of the area of the pickle is actually pretty good when it comes to like adding like a salty, vinegary taste to a lot of your foods.
A twang.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, kind of like a country twang for your food.
I like pickles. Okay.
Okay, sweet. Highly, and they also had the pickles on a stick. Classic. Everyone go to the pickle festival. It's really cool. Okay. Pete, what is your favorite strain?
It's one that I haven't been able to find in a really long time, but New York City Sour Diesel.
Oh, I feel like we have that in Connecticut often.
Is it different from New York Sour Diesel? Is New York City Sour Diesel different, or that is just how you say it?
This is what I've been saying since I haven't seen it in well over a decade.
Yeah.
Like the real
New
York Sour Diesel, I haven't seen it in a long time. And it's hard.
Okay.
There's some people that have it. There's some people that don't. In the rec market, sativas like that don't really survive that well.
Yeah.
So yeah, it takes some effort to find something that's even close.
Yep.
But that was, I miss those days.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right, let's get into it. Can you tell us a little bit about your personal journey with cannabis and how you got into the industry?
So I crossed over into the rec market through working in ancillary products. I came from software engineering and product manufacturing for a while, so we were making a lot of stuff for the market, and it didn't take long before I realized I wanted to just make the jump. So I went from packaging and vape hardware, selling a lot of equipment to companies, to getting the opportunity to come over to our company, which has gone through a lot of transition since I've been here. But since we've been Perpetual and running this brand, it's just been an absolute rocket ship. So coming over into the rec side of selling commercial cannabis, it's just been a lot of fun, and we're not slowing down. So there's a lot of stuff going on in the Massachusetts market now that I think definitely didn't think 3 years ago we'd be where we are right now.
Yeah, I would say that's true for Connecticut, too.
Mm-hmm.
We weren't even recreational 3 years ago.
A lot has changed.
Yeah, but it's been fun to bring a lot of the different things. So I'd started out, like I said, in software. I've worked on some really wild startup companies. One of them, we made a electric wristband that would electrocute you for reminders. They went on. They ended up on Shark Tank, and
did they? That's cool.
Somewhat humiliated on Shark Tank.
Oh,
but,
no.
But it was definitely some fun projects along the way. A lot of tech, a lot of software, and I think that it's interesting to see now when we look at cannabis. It's a lot different than just selling weed to people. There's so much tech and there's so much infrastructure.
Yep.
That it's bringing a lot of people from different industries into it, which
Definitely.
I think is advancing us to a new piece, which I think is a really exciting time.
So why did you, when you were making the switch over to more of like the cannabis side of things, why did you go with Perpetual?
So I was looking at a few different companies and thinking about what some opportunities were, and I'll be honest with you, I walked into the building. That day I didn't think that I was going there to interview for something. I thought that I was just going to go check this place out, see what it was all about. I had a friend that was working there, and I walked into it, and I could see it. And I know, Jackie, you've been
Yes,
in.
I know. I was going to say, please tell everybody about the building.
So we have
and where it is,
Yeah, so
they
we're-
can come and visit.
We're located in Millbury, Massachusetts. We have a rec and med license on site along with the cultivation manufacturing. We're a medical vertical in Massachusetts is how we started out. We're now scaling ourselves up a little bit larger than I think that I should say the facility's always been built for scale, right? Which is what drew me to it in the first place. The first time I walked into it and saw a 10,000 square foot room with the style of grow that we have, it's something that I had never seen before. So in our grow, what makes it a little interesting, and it's where we get our namesake Perpetual, is that our tables move on a rail system throughout the building. So rather than filling up one room and harvesting the whole room at once, we have plants that are represented from week 1 through week 8 of flower, and they move their way through the room and through the microclimates in the room, which is honestly a really staggering thing to see when you're just checking a place out for the first time. So,
Yep.
But to be honest with you, it wasn't just the building. For me that day, it was also a very familiar strain that when I walked into the first grow room, there was some familiar smell that it just kind of raised the hairs on the back of my neck. And as I was walking through, I was going down the aisles, and all of a sudden it hit me, and I'm looking at it, and I could see it. And I was like, I've seen this before, but it's been 10, 15 years since I've seen it like this.
Yeah.
And it was some train wreck. So Arcata cut coming from Northern California. It was exquisitely grown. It was filling up the entire room.
That's awesome.
It sold me. So I got to see the facility. I got a chance and the opportunity to start working for them. I started out as a sales rep, went through a lot of the transition where we used to, grow for some third-party brands. We used to produce product for cookies, which, I think we hit a point where we saw the opportunity to build something for ourselves rather than building it for somebody else.
Yeah.
And the company sees the opportunity there. And what we've been able to do since is take this facility that we have that produces a tremendous amount of cannabis at scale efficiently. And that's really the big thing, right? Like the efficiency piece, because, you've had our product, you've experienced our product, but like the best thing that I think about is that we're able to deliver a high quality product at a real value price point for our consumer.
Definitely.
So really being able to be something that's accessible to everybody is really important to us as a company. And it's what allows us to every single day take what's coming out of that facility and what we're producing and get it out into the market.
I know. You guys have really good deals. I went a couple of times for medical patients. You do like buy an ounce, get an ounce on Fridays or something crazy like that.
That's amazing.
It's sick. Like, yeah, amazing.
there should be more medical deals for everybody.
Yeah, there should be.
Because, like, right now, our medical program in the state of Massachusetts is not in the best of health. Patient access is, questionable at times. Dispensaries have closed. There's not a bunch of medical dispensaries that are coming online.
Right. Seems like you guys are definitely doing good by the med side of things, honestly.
That's awesome.
And, like, you never know. Like, I think you never know. Maybe quarter pounds would be a cool thing someday because you have a med license.
Yeah. Yeah, we do.
All right, guys, we're going to take a quick break because we have to show some love to one of our newest favorite brands out there, Comfy.
Yes, if you're looking for flower or pre-rolls that are consistent, fresh, and just feel right, Comfy is it.
Everything is cultivated right here in Connecticut at Fettled's brand new production facility in Bloomfield. And fun fact, it's actually the first facility in the state built under the social equity cannabis regulations. So not only is the quality top tier, but it's supporting real impact too.
Each plant is grown with care under ideal conditions, which means you're getting the best terpenes, potency, and flavor every time. Consistent, fresh, and grown with care for your comfort. Comfy has what you need to feel good no matter the vibe.
So go down to findfettled.com and get comfy. You deserve it. Edibles are not one size fits all. That's why the Happy Confection makes THC gummies with dialed-in ratios and strain-specific terps that hit just right every time. They're gluten and tree nut free, vegan, and chef-crafted locally in Westbrook, Connecticut.
Find them at a Fine Fettle near you and turn life's little moments into big reasons to smile. The Happy Confection, crafted for joy.
So, talk to us. What are some of the best products by Perpetual in your opinion?
So, at our core, we're a flower company. I mean, we have 60,000 square foot flower canopy. We got about 10,000 square feet of veg, and so we're a pretty big facility, and I think that we're even looking to find other ways to grow and expand. But we're at our core, like I said, we're a flower company. So in the way that we're able to grow, we're harvesting right now 5 to 6 days a week. So that's allowing us to pull down. Yeah, we're able to pull down a whole new variety of strains. Like every day, there's new stuff that's getting pulled down and going through the process. So, as we're delivering that variety, I mean, any given time in our building, we might have 3 or 4 dozen different genetics that are ready to go, and that's something that our customers have really resonated with. So, being able to put out fresh product at an affordable price point, like that's where we've excelled and we've grown our brand. Over the past year, what we've been able to do is develop our vape line to be pretty successful. So vape, surprisingly, has grown into something that I didn't think I know that our CEO absolutely anticipated it, which is why we're positioned where we are for it. But vape has grown tremendously. So that's what we've really been known for, is vape and flower. And hopefully here in the near future, we'll introduce some new products. We're definitely looking at things like the edibles market in Massachusetts. The demand from a lot of our customers has been there for that. And from our store partners. So, but certainly, when we have the lab on site and we have that flower production, we're able to make a lot of other products with those as well. So infused pre-rolls has grown to be a huge category for us.
I love infused pre-rolls.
Same. Same.
What's your favorite kind of infused pre-roll?
Fog cutters.
I know. Have you had them yet?
I have.
They're good.
They're good.
But yours are good too. Perpetuals are good too.
What's your favorite infused pre-roll by Perpetual?
By Perpetual, right? So we make 2 types of infused pre-rolls. We make what we call an infinity roll, which is infinity rolls are terpene distillate infused pre-rolls. They test crazy high. We have, just like the rest of our products, an unbelievable variety of them. So I think right now we have 14 different flavors that are on the menu, and they're always changing. The other thing that we produce, though, is our 1 gram rosin infused pre-rolls that I'm a big fan of. So usually when I'm going down to the dispensary, that's kind of the product that I'm after myself. But the tremendous success on the infused pre-rolls has been crazy. That's one of the most underserved markets in Massachusetts for a long time. But it's also, we looked at that market and we were saying, to enjoy a 1 gram pre-roll infused, should you really have to be spending a tremendous amount of money to access that product? No, you shouldn't.
Right.
It should be accessible.
Some of them are really pricey.
Yeah. But they're good.
I love them.
I know.
I love them too.
I was going to say, but I love them.
Have you guys had the terp sticks?
I don't think I have.
The terp sticks slap.
Oh, terp sticks. Is that...
Me and my friends call them twerp sticks because we call each other twerps. Twerp sticks.
Is that the name of the brand?
I don't know. It's... I think so. I think that's the brand of the product.
From Mission. I think Forefront.
Yes.
It's like a blue...
Yes.
Kind of geometric font.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think so. Those do slap. Not going to lie.
I'll have to try them.
But like we make a Rocket Pop one now. We have a Rocket Pop infused infinity roll that goes along with our Rocket Pop vape, which has been absolutely crushing it all summer
I'm excited
long.
for the
that's
Rocket
amazing.
Pop.
Yeah, I can't wait to try that one.
Okay.
All right, so let's talk a little bit more about like the wholesale side of things and how has the market kind of changed? You know, what have you seen from how it started to what it is now? We were talking a little bit before about how it's getting a little bit more technical. You know, retailers are being a little bit more picky. So talk to us about that.
Yeah, the market has certainly changed. I mean, the precursors for what happened in what is happening in Massachusetts were there from other markets. You know, so we kind of saw that this was coming. We've had a lot of price reduction in Massachusetts, a lot of compression that's putting a lot of people under stress. The price of product is going down, you know, price per pound has been dropping for quite a bit of time. And, you know, unfortunately, there's a lot of operators in the state that when they decided to get into the business, you know, the pro formas just don't match up with reality today. And, you know, unfortunately, we started seeing some closures. And, you know, at the same time, there's also a lot of really healthy organizations in Massachusetts, a lot of really healthy stores. And really the demands that they're looking for have just, you know, increased. There used to be a time where, you know, you couldn't brand your products. Everybody was just, it was a black Mylar bag. But at the time in early days Massachusetts, everybody was just lined up around the block for that, even though it was a really subpar customer experience. Mm-hmm. You know, they were lined up because it was there and because it was accessible, not because it was a product that was being branded and marketed and put on a shelf. You know, very rarely could you ever see what you were buying. Right. So a lot of that has changed now, especially when some of these brands are, you know, more brands than they are cannabis companies. So, you know, there's certainly a lot of different influences that have come into the market recently, but we've just focused on one lane, which is delivering price-accessible cannabis to Massachusetts, and that has been insanely successful for us. You know, we've grown slowly and steadily by really working with our partners and building strong relationships with them, because the reality is that, you know, there is, you know, a lot of uncertainty in how the market's going to respond and what you might need as a retailer and how those needs might change over time. For us to be able to get in there and sit down with you and find retail strategies and ways that we're not just delivering product to you, we're really finding ways to help support you at your organization with your staff, and most importantly with the customers coming through the door. So, you know, I think you really have to put a lot into it. It's no longer, you know, if you grow it, somebody's going to buy it.
Right.
You know, the problem now is that as that price has come down, a lot of those people, you know, unfortunately, you know, can't get what they need in order to stay operational. But like I said, we're from a company that we're very grateful for the growth that we've experienced and find Fettled. I mean, your presence in the state, you're, you know, certainly in a great position, which is, you know, in a very tough market, right? Like West Springfield, you got a lot of competition, but you've done really unbelievable things with your menu, with your deals, and with your staff and the team that you've built, which I think is really probably one of the most important factors in succeeding.
Yeah. West Springfield is a cool store.
Yeah. We have some good people out there.
Shout out West Springfield team.
Shout out West Springfield and Raleigh teams.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, Raleigh.
And also
Love
Eric
them.
for the deals.
I know. Eric, we got to get him on here one of these days.
Eric, yeah, you absolutely need to get Eric.
I know.
I
He's
know.
a busy man.
He's hard to tie down, that one.
But yeah, no, I think that people know the Perpetual brand, and I think that
Definitely.
they know it's like a one that is like a reliable, like quality
I
product
have a friend who
every
is
time.
die hard for Perpetual. Like, honestly, I should get like your autograph for him.
Yeah.
He loves Perpetual. Loves Perpetual. So, yeah. And you're Perpetual Pete. Like, I feel like you're a celeb, honestly.
No.
It's like, no.
I've just been around the industry for a little bit.
Yeah, Perpetual Pete. Everybody knows Perpetual Pete.
Right.
And if you don't know, now you know. All right, let's talk federalization. What do you think? What's on the horizon? What do you think that'll mean if things start, loosening up federally?
Yeah, I think it's a problem of tomorrow for us right now. Like right now, we're focused on Massachusetts, but as somebody as a consumer and looking towards accessibility, like I look at the exciting things about being able to get product from other parts in the country. That to me is really exciting. Like I can get really great wine from California and Massachusetts or Connecticut. That's no problem. But why can I not get that? So, for example, we start with Fuiji Sunset that came from Maine, right? I would love to be able to buy Maine weed in Massachusetts. That would be great.
That would be the dream.
Interstate commerce is a federal issue, but there's certainly things to be concerned about in terms of some of the smaller scale retailers. Like we just talked about compression, but imagine when people in California with 10 million square foot greenhouses and lots of lobbying dollars leading the effort, it's going to put a lot of strain if those products find their way into Massachusetts. You'll see, and whether it's Massachusetts, Connecticut, any market, like federalization will bring that. But what I think is going to be exciting though is that right now the opportunity for medical advancement within the space and being able to have real research dollars going towards cannabis instead of what we're restricted to now. We can't, research institutions are afraid to touch cannabis. Pharmaceutical companies are afraid to do it outside of, a closed door. And I think the advancements in research, like the United States could really be leading the way, but we got to tear that down first.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, there's a lot of really great potential.
How many states have you bought legal weed in, and what state do you think has the best weed?
Maine has the best legal weed.
I agree.
This has consistently been the answer on the pod.
It's Maine.
It really does.
It is Maine. Why do you think that is?
It has a long history up there. So I grew up in Maine. We always joked around about it, where it was possession of 99 plants was a misdemeanor. So a lot of people were growing weed up in Maine. And I have some good friends that have been caregivers from the beginning of the caregiver medical market. Yeah. Watching that expand. It's just always been a part of Maine culture, and to see some of the ways that they were able to develop their medical market.
I love that they reciprocate the med cards of other states.
Yeah.
That's so nice.
That.
Every state should do that. Every state should do that for real.
Yep.
I have my med card, so I really love that.
Yeah. There's a lot of passion up there, and it comes through on the product, but there's also, I think, the right balance of regulation and not over-regulation that allows them to do some of what they're doing. And when you go up into a Maine store, nobody's really shopping by THC or TAC.
Right.
Right? That's not really a thing in that market right now.
Yeah.
Certainly in some stores that information is available on the rec side, but in the medical side, it's really a quality back to the way that it used to be, is what's the nose? What is it?
Yeah, and you can look at everything before you buy it and smell it and all of that, which is just so nice.
Yeah, very, very different. I hope we don't lose what we have up there, but yeah, Maine's got the best weed.
Hands down.
Yes. Do you have any fun weed stories?
When's the first time that you smoked weed?
Where I grew up in Maine, we had more access to cannabis than we did alcohol.
Okay.
Growing up.
That's cool.
So those were the early days. I remember I'm at my buddy's house, and his mother was, she was always aware of what we were doing and keeping eyes on us, but we also used to, always collect and party at her house. So one day we're over there, and she used to always do these family meetings. So if one of her kids or her kids' friends, one of us got into some trouble, family meeting, we have to sit down. So one day she calls this family meeting, and we're sitting down.
That's kind of cute.
Yeah, it's cute until we're sitting there, and she's got this beer can sitting on the coffee table. And I look at my buddy and I'm like, oh, we're fucked. Because at this time it's got, we'd converted it into a pipe.
Oh, classic.
no.
Classic.
Yep. That's the first way I smoked weed out of a
Classic
soda
late
can.
90s soda can.
Yeah.
Right?
We should do that after this.
Oh, no. Absolutely not. But so it's sitting there, and I'm like, oh, we're really in trouble. And she's like, so you guys have been drinking. The whole thing just covered in resin, hole in the side of it. Yeah, but those were the early days. And then, I lived up in Burlington, Vermont for a while, which...
Fun.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Again, another market where cannabis was, quite prevalent.
Yep.
And then into Massachusetts, where I got to watch the market grow. So
Cool.
I had weed fall from the sky once.
Weed fall?
Okay,
weed fall from the sky?
How?
So I didn't know what was going on. All I know is I was in Burlington at the time, and then I heard some banging on the door above us, the apartment above, and I could tell it was the cops. So I'm just in my apartment. I just moved in. I have no idea what's going on. So I just, being quiet and kind of like just listening. And all of a sudden we hear this huge bang outside of our second floor window. So we go to the window and we're looking, and there's just this cardboard box. Clearly something from the apartment above was dropped out the window.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And it was weed?
And so, so I'm like, guys, I'm going to reach out. And so I reach out and I grab this jar, and it was one of the, the jumbo mason jars, the really, really big ones that like you could...
Yeah.
Huge.
Yeah.
And I open it up, and it's dark in the room, and I'm like, oh guys, no, turn the lights on. It's not weed. Don't worry about it. Opens it up. The whole thing was just mushrooms.
Shut up.
And so of course I'm like, I grab another jar, and it was this giant jar of I'll never forget it. It was called God Bud, and it was the first time that I ever saw weed that was not vac packed into a brick.
Yeah.
Right. Growing up, it was a little eye opening.
Yeah.
But nothing really has fallen out of the sky since then.
That is
really funny.
And
I love that.
We took it. Right? Yeah, the God Bud definitely came with us. So I feel bad for the guy that lived above us at the time, but I totally took all his weed. It was ounces.
It was falling from the sky. What do you do
it was called God Buds.
Yeah, that is like a sign from the man himself.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's amazing.
Okay, well, I think, honestly, we can't really top that, so let's just call it here. Pete, thank you for coming on today and making the trip here to hang out with us today.
This was so fun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. How can they find you? How can people find you? Perpetual Pete on Instagram?
They can find me at Perpetual Pete on Instagram.
Yeah.
They can find Perpetual products at both the West Springfield and Raleigh stores all the time.
That's right.
And if you're listening, definitely check it out on the last Saturday of the month. We have crazy stuff going on together.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes. Perpetual Day. Okay. Great. Also, guys, make sure you're following us at finallyfettled.pod. You can write to us at podcast@finefettled.com.
All right, guys. We'll talk to you next week.
And please...
consume responsibly.
Okay, thank you. Bye.
Do not use cannabis if you are under the age of 21. Keep cannabis out of the reach of children. Please consume responsibly.